俺のフィールドのズルゾンは焦点のブラックホーン天罰。俺はフェラからマジックカード融合発動。焦点のブラックホーン天罰を融合召喚。見せてやる俺の新しい力だ。あれをあれよ。カウンタートラップ神の忠告。And with that fancy Japanese summon chant fusing together, Shoten no Brackhorn and Tembatsu, Black Horn of Heaven and Divine Wrath, making use of Hugo, polymerization, I fusion summoned a new counter trap, Solemn Notice. Quite similar to Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment, yeah, but we're looking at Solemn Notice now. It was revealed like 1 or 2 days ago, so let's go talk about it. Counter trap. When a monster, or monsters, can be both, would be special summoned, or a monster effect is activated, pay 1500 life points. Negate the special summoner activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Reason why I say it's Black Horn of Heaven, because Black Horn of Heaven negates what would be the special summon of a monster. Would special summon a monster. So this is before they hit the field. This is for a summon that doesn't start a chain. Solemn Notice, excuse me, same story. The special summon negation is for a special summon that doesn't start a chain. Why do I say it's Divine Wrath? Well, because Divine Wrath can, when a monster effect is activated, pay a certain cost to negate the activation and destroy the monster. If a monster effect is activated, pay a cost, in Solemn Notice case 1500 life points, negate the activation and destroy the card, the monster, in case of a monster effect. There are a few differences though. Solemn Notice can hit for 2 monsters, and due to the wording of Black Horn of Heaven, it suggests you can only hit 1, although I've heard weird some things about like Thunder King Raya and this card and a few other cards, which one can hit 1 and which one can hit 2, even though they have like problems solving card text, and it's not weird, it's confusing. Solemn Notice, it says monster and then the S in brackets, which means it can be 1 special summon, so Cyber Dragon. It can also be multiple monsters, let's say through a pendulum summon, because that doesn't start a chain either. Now, it's only summons that don't start a chain. So, things like polymerization, Shadow Fusion, Necros Kaleidoscope, spell cards that summon a monster through an effect that start a chain, Call of the Haunted, Oasis of Dragon Souls, trap cards that summon a monster through an effect that starts a chain. Solemn Notice cannot negate that, because it can only negate special summons that start a chain. However, monster effects that do start a chain. Dandelion. Let's think of some more. Tour Guide from the Underworld. Graph, Malebranche of the Burning Abyss. Quite a few monsters that have effects that start a chain that summon a new monster. We would say, but Auke, you just explained that Solemn Notice can only negate special summons that don't start a chain. Yeah, but it can also negate monster effects. So let's say opponents summons Tour Guide from the Underworld. Well, you have Solemn Notice face down. Flip it. And you just flip it. First they activate the effect because this thing cannot negate normal summons. Opponent activates Tour Guide, you flip Solemn Notice, effect negated. Do note, however, that if you allow the activation of Tour Guide from the Underworld, you don't do anything with it. They resolve the effect, summon, let's say, Skarm, Malebranche of the Burning Abyss. At that point, you cannot play Solemn Notice anymore to negate the summon. Why? Well, because Skarm was special summoned, yeah, but it came from an effect that started a chain. And as I explained earlier, Solemn Notice can only do that with an effect that doesn't start a chain. I've also just noticed something. There was going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion video, pretty much became a Rulings with Auke, explaining pretty much everything about Solemn Notice. Well, maybe we'll do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion video later. This is just ruling! You pay 1500 life points, pretty hefty cost. Note this. In TCG, when you have 1500 or less life points, let's say you're at 1,000. You have 1,000 life points left. You have this face down, and we get the same scenarios before. Jorgat from the Underworld comes in. You cannot activate Solemn Notice because you cannot pay the 1,500 life points. Even if you have exactly 1,500 life points, you cannot activate it because, let's say, if you would lose, and well, you don't want that. You can't do that. It's just a rule in TCG. I believe in the OCG, it either used to be or it still is, that if you have exactly the amount of life points you need to pay, in this case 1,500, you can pay it, but then you immediately lose. Although I'm not entirely sure on that, so don't quote me on that. I'm all about the TCG stuff. TCG, you can't do it. If you have somehow have 1,501 life point, you can use it because you'll still have one life point left, and you can still continue the game because the game's not over till the last card is played, and your life points have dropped to 0. Pretty much. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? I do believe that is it. So I guess I'll just mention what it's in. It will be released in Breakish Shadow with this fancy thing that looks like Time Gazer Magician, but then has like a fancy warrior thing. But that's for later. This was rulings with Auke, I guess, about stuff regarding Solemn Notice. So later we'll do a Yuki discussion video about it, when we also take a look at like Solemn Warning and Judgment and stuff more. So yeah, that was interesting. I didn't expect to do a rulings with Auke video. See you tomorrow.